welcome to the Byte, your go-to source for all things nerdy.
In bite-sized form.
All right, welcome on the Game Byte today. We'll be talking about Nintendo's brand new console, the Wii U. We've got our special guest here.
I'm James. We're going to be talking about all sorts of fun Mario adventures.
He's very excited.
Awesome. Almost as excited as everybody was for the Wii U.
I was there midnight.
Were you? Really?
I was there, yep.
Look at you go.
All the way
I
Best
tried
Buy.
to go to GameStop at midnight, and they were not open because they didn't care enough about the Wii U.
That's
I
awesome.
went to Dorchester, and the line took 45 minutes, which means the T closed. So
Wow.
that was a fun night, but I played Wii U, so it was all better.
There we go.
All right, so now
Commitment.
this is kind of like the console that really no one was clamoring for, yet has it's sold really well, and it's kind of like the big buzz right now is the
It
Wii U.
pushed 400,000 units in its
Yeah.
first week, so
It's
Which
crazy.
I feel it was not hyped very much, like at all. Like
all.
I know that I was talking about it with a bunch of friends of mine, and they were like, "Wii U? There's a new Wii? What?"
There
They
was
like, I had
one-
no idea.
there was one commercial set to dubstep that played, I think, once or twice
I love
on
Borderlands.
Yeah, just didn't work. But you know what? It sold really well, and so got my hands on the system. I've been a huge Nintendo fan, and I was really unsure about this. And when I got my hands on it, I have to say, it actually, the controller, the tablet controller thing, it actually feels pretty nice. It wasn't
really fun.
wasn't uncomfortable to hold. I really was
not at
nervous
all.
that it would. but-
Very ergonomic.
yeah, ergonomic, light, and I mean, it would still be weird to play I feel like Assassin's Creed 3 for hours on end. I feel like with that
Yeah.
controller, but for the games that
very
I did,
wide.
it was fun to play. And so, what did you guys think of just the console overall?
I like the reason that it's so light is because all the tech is still inside the Wii U. It's not really a tablet, so it's really just so light and it's indestructible. I saw a video of a
Really?
guy throwing it at a wall and it wouldn't break.
Really?
So it's really
That's
built
good.
to last, and it really does feel well. And I think I could sit down and play a game for 5 hours on it. I really think I could. It just
That's the
feels
test.
so right.
That's good. Yeah, I enjoyed using the tablet, but I also, more than anything else, I just like the fact that you can now add another player. That it's 5 players now, not just 4.
Yeah, that is big.
You can use all the 4, regular Wii controls and then the extra tablet. And I thought it was really interesting that they had the extra tablet not be like an extra control. Have it be, that's a separate character. That's the boss you play against. That's the ghost that catches you. That's the, helper when you're going through Mario levels to make blocks and pop bubbles and things. I thought that was like a really creative way for them to use the new little tablet thing.
All right, let's talk about some of the. Let's talk about games. So Nintendo Land is kind of the big show off. It's like essentially the Wii
Disneyland of
sports.
Nintendo.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a theme park of the game, so of Nintendo.
I was kind of
franchises.
thinking like Pokemon Stadium, all the mini
Yeah.
games they had on the different ones.
That's a good
It's very
one.
similar to that, but instead of different Pokemon, it's different Nintendo games.
Yeah,
Woo!
so it's really, I mean, for me personally, I thought it was a mixed bag. There's some that I felt overall playing by myself, I didn't really have a lot of fun. I kind of like the balloon trip one was kind of cool.
That one you can do by yourself for a while.
And that was pretty enjoyable, but for the most part, I didn't really, I played just by myself for a few days and played with one other person and didn't really understand the appeal. But then one night we had 4 friends come over and we did we did 5-player night, and it was so much fun. Playing the Luigi's Mansion minigame in particular, which essentially, if you guys remember from 2004 Pac-Man verse, she did unfortunately beat me.
Beat him.
Animal
Crossing. The
Animal Crossing
one
was a lot of fun too. Having to do the double controls,
that's tough. To
It
do
was
2
weird.
different, to
I'm a
control 2
master.
characters at once with 2
Yeah, to
different
do that.
thumbs, that's
yeah, Animal Crossing Sweet
hand-eye
Days.
coordination that
I gotta say, I won every
was not
time.
used to.
Did you?
My fork and my knife got closed in every time.
It was fun, but the thing is, as enjoyable as it was playing these party games, I didn't see the appeal of how this is going to be, how is this going to apply to whatever the actual Mario 64 type version. When the Mario game that shows what the console is. What do you do in Zelda? I didn't see what this is going to be for the future. And unfortunately, none of the launch games really do that, other than some mini games. I mean, New Super Mario Bros. U is a ton of fun. If not, I would probably
it's made
say
specifically for the system.
yeah, but there's nothing.
But games that have
special about
already
it.
came out that aren't designed for the Wii U, I don't know how they're going to translate.
But
very
even
well.
Mario, it doesn't feel like it. I mean, that game could just as easily be on the Wii. There is absolutely nothing other than the adding blocks, which was a lot more helpful than I thought it would be. But still, it is literally just same old Mario. And it's a great Mario game. It's a great game. but I still don't
It's
understand.
significantly prettier.
What is it? Yeah, it's prettier, but like,
I think that Nintendo
They upped
kind of got burnt on the launch of the 3DS where no one really bought it, so they needed to come out with a very safe Mario game.
Yeah.
Nintendo Land did have a lot of innovation.
They're kind of a safe company. They're kind of a safe bet company in general. Nintendo.
I think the fact that they launched the Wii U means that they're not safe
I
at
think
all.
that is a
They're doing
pretty
I think
something
that's
unsafe
really
the
crazy.
biggest risk that they've taken.
they're
in the
safe
past
with their
couple of years.
franchises.
Yeah.
We can say that they are safe. Mario is always going to be this. Every Mario game starts with a level that imitates the original Mario. And so, yeah, in that case, yeah, I agree that
Yeah.
they can be.
But I do think
This is a big
Zelda.
risk.
I think Zelda will do something crazy. You'll
I
have
hope.
some sort of instrument. Maybe
They
you'll
did
play
the
the
same
harp.
thing when the Wii came out for Twilight Princess. Like, it was a big deal to, like, shoot the arrows and everything with the actual Wii remote.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that they'll kind of do the same thing this time around.
I want something that really sells me on this system because as of now, I've had a lot of fun playing like these video games, but there isn't. I don't know, and I'm a huge Nintendo fan.
There
It like
have
hurts
also
me
been
to say
problems.
this.
We've had issues. We've had like troubleshooting issues of the thing
Yeah.
freezing.
And it's very
Three times,
slow.
three
It's slow.
times within
Yeah.
1 hour it froze
Yeah,
on us,
just
and we had to
froze
restart
and
the
we
whole
had to
system.
restart, which you can't just restart like by pressing a button.
Yeah.
You have to unplug it entirely and plug it back
After
in.
you had your 40-minute original update.
Yeah, I'm
We're hoping.
hoping, and like I said, I had fun, but I want to see. They need the big games. They need Pikmin 3. Pikmin 3 is the game that I was hoping would like sell me on this console, using the tablet to control and stuff. And I think it hurts that they don't have a game like that currently.
I think
They
that
will.
when it comes out, it's
Yeah.
going to be a great system seller. I think a lot of people are going to
I
get it this
agree,
Christmas, and then
actually.
they're going to get the game.
Yeah.
It's already sold me on it. I've bought it just because Pikmin 3 is coming out. I think that's a lot of people.
I think we can expect
Yeah.
to see a lot more sales of the Wii U in general when more games get put out.
Yeah, that's the big thing is more games.
Right
and
now,
games
it's
that
just
use
there's
it.
not much to do on it.
Yeah, unfortunately, when I went out on Black Friday, I saw a whole stack of Wii U's at GameStop that were untouched. They were just sitting there,
This idea of
and
just
people
stacks
were
upon stacks of Wii.
people were buying the PlayStation 3 instead. And I thought
Really?
this is a little sad, even though they did sell a lot. But I think
I think
Santa
when
has a
more comes out.
powerful.
Santa's always powerful
Work
in
with
Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Hey, or the Hanukkah fairy.
It's Hanukkah
Let's be
Harry.
correct here.
Okay, it's Hanukkah Harry.
It's Hanukkah
Could get a
Harry.
game for
Either way,
each day of
the
the week.
holiday season. Buy
Yeah.
a Wii U. It's
Maybe.
fun. Hopefully, maybe. I love
So
that.
grab some friends, grab some Doritos, and pick up a Wii U.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do our mobile game of the week, guys. Mobile games. What's your pick?
Yeah, you start.
All right, my mobile game of the week is Wizorb on the iPhone and the iPad. If you mix up Breakout, the game where you bounce the ball up and break the blocks,
Oh, I love
with
Breakout.
an old school RPG. So you're a wizard and you can cast fireballs to break different blocks.
That sounds
There's monsters. Oh, it's so much fun.
Oh my God! It's just like
Alright.
Puzzle Quest was for
Definitely. And it's only
puzzle. I can't think of the game that it's based off of.
I think it's
right
only
now, but
$2.99, so pick that up.
That's awesome.
Very cool. Well, my game is Burger. It's a free game. Basically, all you have to do is make a burger. But then you have to add, like, as the levels go on, it just gets more and more complicated. Like, you have to add toppings, you have to add fries, you have to add a soda, and you get less time. And, like, it seems like such a simple game, but, like, you keep going and going and going, and, like, it gets to be, like, so frustrating. All you're doing is making a burger. How could it be so hard? But it is.
The trials of the fast food industry
Right?
So hard.
exposed.
What's the name of the game again?
Burger.
Great Steve Martin impression.
Perfect.
All right, so my recommendation here is I'm gonna go with The Simpsons Tapped Out. Now it's essentially like a Farmville-esque version of The Simpsons, kind of SimCity, old style. But it is a ton of fun to play, and like the great thing about it, actually the whole like voice cast of The Simpsons did the voices for it. So it is incredibly fun to have all those, and every like mission, everything you build is a reference to like old episodes of The Simpsons and classic things. As someone who's a huge Simpsons fan,
So it's
grew up on
basically
it.
a massive inside joke.
Yeah, it's a
That's-
massive inside joke for Simpsons fans.
That's great.
And I had a ton of fun. And like, sure, I'm like basically wasting my time. But like, it even points that out. Like, the setup is that Homer is wasting his time playing games, and then Springfield gets
play the
blown up,
games.
and like you rebuild Springfield. So like you get to choose the positions,
Awesome.
and it's just a ton of fun
It
for a
starts
Simpsons
with a
fan.
massive terrorist attack, and then the fun begins.
You know, it's not a terrorist attack. Homer is working at the nuclear power plant,
Oh,
and
that's always.
he's
Nuclear
too busy
fallout.
playing.
He dropped a
nuclear
donut
fallout.
in the something,
Yeah.
probably. Most likely.
Yeah. So
Sounds like fun?
it's a lot of fun. So not as much fun as making hamburgers, but
It's so much fun. It's so
I'm gonna
much fun.
say hamburgers, donuts, wizards.
Wizards?
So a wizard
Wizards.
did it. All right, that's all the time we have for today, but thanks for watching.
Yum.